Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at Tower of Time. This is a classic RPG that is in Steam Early Access at the moment, being developed by Event Horizon. Think something like Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Divinity 2, maybe a little Diablo thrown in there. That sort of classic build a party, equip a party, and go and run your way through a story. Turn-based, sometimes. This one is actually a real-time kind of a thing. The combat has an interesting real-time sort of way that it plays out. We'll get to see that here. Typically when I do these showcasing kind of videos, I try to run over as much of the game as I can to kind of give an idea what all is in the game. This time, however, since this is more of a story-based thing, we're going to start from the beginning, and we're going to watch some clips, some cutscenes, and get into the basics of the story. But we'll end at the meat of the game and kind of get an idea, an overview of what the game will become if we progress into it. Now I mentioned it's early access. It's been there for like 7 months now. They have the first 2 parts of the game done. There's book 1, book 2 is just came out a couple weeks ago, and they have one more final chapter to add on to here before they call it done. But yeah, updates are still coming out, patches and all of that. But let's go ahead and jump in here and try the thing out and see how it plays out. So I'm going to be quiet. We're going to play a cutscene here and get an idea of the beginnings.
Our land is dying, and we are dying with it. It was different once. The land was a place of wonder and beauty. All races lived in peace and harmony. Yet a very long time ago, something happened. Something which we don't even have a name for, because history is lost to us. We can glimpse the past only from the old tales passed down from generation to generation, from the ruins scattered across the land and indecipherable artifacts uncovered when the earth shakes with violence. Now the land is our enemy. The sky is covered with dark clouds. Weather acts in strange patterns. Rain might not come for several weeks, but then one day it falls with a fury of the heavens until everything is washed away and lost. Yet the gravest problem is that there is not enough sunlight to grow food. We are trying to survive, but it seems we are losing this battle, because we are slowly dying off. When I was young, just a boy, I lived in a small village on the border of the human domain. One day, when I was hunting for food in the forest, I came upon freshly uncovered ruins, the result of a strong earthquake the day before. Usually we stay away from places like this. Nothing good ever comes from exploring them. But this time, something pulled me closer.
The entire morning passed without the sign of a single rabbit. No tracks, no fur, no scat, nothing. Rarely was hunting so bad in the woods surrounding your village. It felt as if something unnatural lingered in the air, a frightening thought that sent a shiver down your spine as you slowed your pace and gazed through the trees to a scene of total devastation. The forest laid before you sundered, littered with jagged rocks and vast chasms, the aftermath of the earthquake 3 days past. Pushing back the impulse to flee home, you move closer. The adults tell us stories of the world, regurgitating treasures from long ago. Just a look, you convince yourself. Your curiosity shortly rewarded by the sight of a large fissure emitting a dazzling blue light. Against your better judgment, you squeeze through the gap, leaving behind the world you've always known. What is this place? It looks like a different world. Perhaps I should turn back. The elders are very strict about the old stuff. If you come across anything strange that belongs to the old times, don't touch it, press any buttons, don't take any crystals, come back and tell an adult immediately. They're scared of their own shadows. It couldn't hurt to look around. Maybe I'll find food or treasure. That's the spirit, kid. So, yeah, across the old bridge, we can look at signposts. We got arrows to places. Mean nothing to us, because we're just a kid. We can look at the chasm. Chasm is a long way down. Is it floating in the air? Strange. Let's go wander over here to this bridge. So we don't have much of a UI here. You can see we got a little bit of cash in our pocket. There's gems, which will come up in time. We'll see all this stuff as things happen. This is our menu, and this is our map up here. As you approach the statue, its eyes flicker with life, and it speaks. Welcome to the sanctum of the first Magus. Please state your business. You can talk. Please state your business. I just want to look around. The first Magus awaits you. Ambassador Chunstable, representative of the King under the Mountain. Oh, no, wait a second. I'm just a boy from the village. I was taking a look around. There was a... Please present your identification, Ambassador. I don't know what you mean. Please present your identification. I don't have anything to show you. Sanctum Guardians will be alerted. They will escort you to the administrative captain. Please do not be alarmed. Sanctum Guardians. Maybe I'll just go back the way I came. Please stay where you are. Do not be alarmed. Sanctum Guardians have been alerted. They will escort you to the administrative captain. Resistance is not advised. You wait nervously, ready to run. After a while, you notice nothing happens. You breathe deeply. Alright, so let's go on in. That's a fancy chair. Below you lies a throne lined with immense luminescent crystals. As you peer over the edge and focus your attention to one of the larger crystals, a faint voice calls out. Fear is the gatekeeper that turns back the masses. Have courage. Your destiny beckons. Who are you? What is this place? Come to me. The time is nigh. Powerful desire to leap off the ledge of this precipice to the throne far below washes over you. Sweat breaks across your brow as you force yourself back, step by step. The voice vanishes, but the irresistible urge to reach the throne remains. You look around for a safe way down. Let's go. Wasn't I carrying a rabbit on my back before? Where'd that rabbit go? So this game has an interesting combat system. We'll get into it as it goes. I mean, it's like a real-time thing with sort of a slow mode to it, and we'll get into it here in a minute. But first, we got to go and get our early story set up here. Look, a boy approaches. Another human after all this time, but a mere child. How intriguing! You don't have the skills to survive this place, boy. Leave now or perish. What? And yet, he has come this far. He must be properly trained before he can answer the call. There's no time. He'll never be ready. Ready for what? No, he must train. Train for what is to come. But does he have the confidence in himself? I don't know. I think I do. He must develop the skill, or else others will manipulate it through him. Yeah, he excels at this. Are you capable, boy? Do you know magic? Magic? Of course not. I'm just a hunter. No, you always say yes, you know magic. Yes, a hunter indeed. Tell us, do you always know where to aim your bow, even with your eyes shut? Enough, leave him to be. He doesn't understand. Besides, he poses no threat yet. Let him pass. Let him see for himself. Go ahead. Embrace your fate, boy. Yeah, go talk to him. He must be ready. Okay. We can't zoom or anything here, but in the combat mode we can. We can see some statues here. Tell us of Maguses, Andrus, Helena. We got some books over here. We have a statue right here. Chair. Boy, you're still a child, and yet you heard my call? How can this be? Tell me. I don't know. Please let me go. I'm scared. I just want to go home. I can sense your fear, but this fear does not rule your heart. There is something else. You are different, as I once was so long ago. What did the Guardians tell you? Nothing. They told me nothing. I'm no different. I'm just a boy from the village. No, you are stronger and smarter than the others. They will come to respect you, to follow you without question, and those who do not offer their loyalty will become to fear you. I'm just a boy. Nobody fears me. Not yet, boy. You are inexperienced, your ability undeveloped, but there is no mistake. Such dormant, feral, raw power, an indisputable match. I don't know what you mean. Who are you? What is this place? There is much to explain, and where I have the will, I do not possess the time. I grow weaker by the moment. It took all my strength to raise the tower again. I must rest now. What are you talking about? What do you want of me? Let me go. Let you go? Of course. In time, you will forget this place. You will grow strong and skillful and find position in your world. For this, before I release you, I will entrust you with an insatiable desire to return. I feel so strange. What are you doing to me? Stop whispering to me. It's so loud. Stop. I don't want to come back here ever. For some day, many days from now, you will return to this tower. Seek me in its depths. And on that day, when my power has recovered, we will talk again. Let me go. Forgive me, boy. You will come to understand. I promise the memory of this meeting will vanish from your mind. Once you leave this place, you will return as surely as a seedling reaches for the sun. Now run. Run. This place is not safe for a child. Learn thyself. Give thyself to the world as I have. Return when you are ready. An opening cutscene, almost done. And we're scared, running in our, leaving a trail of something behind us. We leave.
I went down the stairs and came upon a big room made of metal. In the middle sat a strange chair, a throne made of crystal which seemed to be swirling with light. I felt a strong compulsion to approach and touch it, and so I sat upon the throne. But a sudden torrent of light and sound enveloped me, overwhelmed me, and knocked me off the throne. I ran away as quickly as I could. I never told anyone of this, for the fear of being deemed tainted and banished from the village. For this was the way of my people. I tried to forget the experience, yet the visions granted to me by this throne did not go away, even growing stronger over time. Every night I had terrible nightmares, yet I did not remember anything when I woke up. During the day I drew strange symbols in the sand, yet I had no understanding of what they meant. People shied away from me, and I think they feared me. But I was an excellent hunter, so they let me stay in the village. And over time they learned to accept me for what I had become. Then, one day, unexpectedly, it all made sense to me. My mind finally understood the visions and their sequence and was able to put it all together. I understood that the throne which spoke to me was located on the top level of a construction of incomprehensible scale. That these were not ruins, but a great tower buried deep and buried upside down. Some immense force once lifted this construction into the air, rotated it, and then thrusted it deep into the ground. What I also understood was that I had to come back to this place, for within resided the only thing which could save us all. Many years later, I was at the command of a king and a good friend. For my service, I was granted a favor. I asked to be given a small force of men and resources, so I could return to the village where I was born. It was a strange favor, for this place was now abandoned, as the human kingdom was shrinking ever smaller. Our good king saw that reclaiming this land could give the people the one thing they needed the most: hope. So he agreed to my request. So here I am, returning to the very place that was always pulling me. It is now a desolate place. Little remains of my village. Most of it has rotted or been washed away. Yet the tower is undamaged. The land has shifted, and more levels of this great construction are visible now. I order my men to set up camp, and I send my 2 greatest warriors inside. I can be with them via the strange power of the crystal throne and control them if I must. It is the time to fulfill my destiny and save us all. Should I fail, this will be the end of everything.
So now we're going to have a crew. We start with 2 people. We can eventually recruit some more that will join us, and we're going to outfit them. Of course, we can select who we want to go on the quests in time. But we begin with a warrior and an archer. Long list just as impressive as I remember. This is me right here in the robes. Never seen anything like this. So many stone buildings in one place, ruined though they are. It must have been a city far greater than anything we have today. And perhaps it can help us to reach that level once again. You must have noticed the vegetation. Whether by natural or enchanted means, something about the soil here produces abundant life. The key to our salvation. Whoever returns with the secret will be king of all Atera, or queen. Not so fast. Even if every inch of soil here were sowed, it still couldn't feed half the human population. Never mind the dwarves, elves, frostlings. True, but once But where there is one secret, there may be others. Such secrets may indeed hold the key to healing the land. As our crops grow weaker each year, we spend more and more time quarreling over the meager yields, leaving less time to focus on the next harvest. One way or another, cycle must end. Potential, could be limitless. If it's secrets you seek, then it's secrets I will uncover. But it may be unsafe, my lord. Maeve and I should scout the area before you proceed. No need for unnecessary risks. Well, appreciate it. Your concern is unwarranted, my old friend. After all, I survived this place as a child. You're no longer a child, my lord. You're commander. And we swore an oath to protect you. There may be outlaws or raiders lurking. The thought of such scoundrels never crossed my mind. You do not know my lord as well as I do, Maeve. I've lost count of the number of battles we've fought. Believe me, he can handle himself better than you or I together. I'm well aware my lord is a skilled fighter, but this is a matter of regulation and duty. Kane, I shouldn't have to remind you of that. Our commander's priority task is to command. Ours is to obey, and in this instance, assure his welfare. Abe is right, of course. We cannot afford to lose you to some unforeseen danger or a long-forgotten trap. Allow us to clear the way and provide safe passage. At your discretion, old friend, but before you depart, there are a few things you should know. It unnerved me that I don't remember much about this place. If I recall as if waking up from a dream. Its clarity fleeing with each passing second. The more I try and force myself to remember, the less clear it becomes, as if some will beyond my own works against me. I do remember a sense of unease about the place, and some strange mechanisms and statues made of stone and metal. Also, something about crystals at this place. They do not touch the crystals. I remember exactly why not, but I don't remember exactly why not, but the thought of the crystals bring a strong sense of dread to my heart. Oh yes, I also remember a nearly irresistible urge to leap down from a high ledge somewhere. Strange as that would come to me so clearly when all else is clouded. Perhaps it is a warning that this place interferes with one's judgment. Whatever the case, keep a close eye on each other, and please, be safe, my friends. As you command, my lord, I will await for the rest of our group and follow you down once they arrive. Normally, I would allow the lady to go first, but my duty calls for the strongest arm and the keenest combat sense to lead. Get behind me and stay close, fair maiden. This is going to be a long journey. Did you forget what happened last time you kept calling me that? And there we go. And here we go. Let's learn more about the Lord. So we'll skip this little part. He's a strange guy, basically. He's a really good fighter. He's a strange guy. He's looking for a way to heal the land. And this guy, Kane says, yeah, he's a good guy. There's a statue right here, made of smooth glass-like stone, which you've never seen before. Next to it is a wooden sign with an inscription of that. Okay. Let's go move along here. Come along, Maeve. And let's see what's going on. So we've got two party members at the moment. We'll see more of this as we get into this. We have an inventory screen. We got the two here. We got Kane and Maeve. Kane is a sword and board kind of guy. Maeve is a archer, as I mentioned before. We have character skills. These are our attributes. We have points we can put into them right now. Kane is our shield guard, so we can put points into things like might, which gives us, as you can see over here, DPS and damage. Speed gives us attack speed. This is a real-time combat game, so speed is good. Mastery gives us mana and skill power. Life gives us hit points. He is our tank, so I'm going to give him some 2 points of life and a point of strength. Keep him alive. We also have a skill tree over here. So this is how we, like any RPG style, this is how you learn skills and do things. Right now he has the ability to dash. He has a stonewall ability and a heal wounds ability. Now it takes us 3 points. We have 1 to upgrade to the next, to upgrade our prime things. We want to make dash better. It costs us 3 points. However, we can do little side, what do they call them? Little side ones. They only cost 1, so it takes our dash and it makes it to where it does damage, and it also is a little bit bigger, faster, farther. The other one is it takes less mana and its cooldown is smaller. We have stone walls. We can make the stone walls bigger or better. We can do anything to heal wounds right now. There's no extra ones there. We'll go ahead and throw a point into the saving them the mana cost, I guess, of the sprint. Sure, why not? And then for her, she has the option for fire arrows, an arrow barrage, which is just like a barrage of arrows, and smoke screen is her other big one here. We can give us an additional damage per arrow or additional blinding ability. Those things give you a blind. The fire arrows give you attack damage and attack speed increased, or explosion radius, explosive projectiles. Oh yeah, we gotta go with that one. We want things to blow up around here. And she has points to spend as well. 3 of them. We're gonna put hers into speed, combat speed, and damage. That's what she's all about. And maybe some mastery, too. Probably be a good idea for her. No new items yet, but as soon as we find new items, we will throw them in here. There is a crafting system. We can see, once we go to the city, we'll see that in time. We can also enchant things using these crystals up here and dismantle stuff as well. But let's go ahead and continue on down here. Down, we bust our stairs. There we go. Down this way, over the bridge. And what is this? The water is so clear you can see straight through it. Tastes so sweet, too. The merchants back in the city would pay a week's wages for a pitcher of this. Oh, have you seen fruit trees like that? Fruit trees. A merchant would pay a week's wage for a pitcher of that water. They'd give half their wealth for one of these things. Careful. You didn't really know what they might do to you. You didn't have any second thoughts about drinking water here. Take a bite. They're amazing. Take your word for it. At least one of us will be clear-headed if they turn out to be poisonous. Why are these trees cling to each other so closely? An excellent question. I wonder. As your champions cautiously traverse the path, they pause at the approach of a strange rattling sound. Neither has time to utter a word as a group of animated skeletons around the corner. Running straight at them, Cain and Maeve fumble for the weapons, drawing steel in the nick of time. Alright, so we get to see the combat mode, finally. So it runs through a load screen. We have a battle map, a tactical battle map here, and it plays out kind of like turn-based, but it's real-time. We'll see it all here. And we get this whole, like, I'm not going to read this, but I'll explain what's going on here. We can move around and all that. We've got 3 different approach points, spawn points for our enemy. They will come through here. We got some risen warriors right now that's attacking us. So we can press space, and we can do a slow time thing. We can select old Cain here. Cain can charge up here. And she is going to... she's not in range, so we go ahead and just move on up. He's in the stand your ground stance, which is good. We want him... We can throw a wall out, but we don't need to do that. Her, I'm going to tell her to do some arrow barrages and take down that guy. There you go. Well, actually, all 3 of them, I guess. She can be set on move and attack if we want to. We can zoom in, of course. There's an arrow flying at my head. Can you, like, burn this? Oh, you got him. You got him. Back up. Get an arrow in him. There you go. Well done. Got this guy? We got a few more waves of these things coming out. A few more over there. And it's telling me how... This is like a tutorial thing, but I can skip this. I will explain what's going on here. It wants me to throw out a stone wall. So we can do that. Put a wall right there. There we go. And you come back over this way. You get up front. And... Back up, back up. Barrage that guy. Try not to catch on fire. You, heal yourself. There you go. All better. Now get in there and get that archer. There we go. Fire that guy. There we go. Well done. Now we got big guys coming out. They have an armor aura. It wants me to use fire arrows on them because they are more vulnerable to that. I just squandered those, so we're going to fire the quick one. You need to keep yourself alive. If we need to, we can sprint back, I suppose. I think we got this, though. Can you, barrage? There you go. Hey, would you worry? Yeah, there you go. You want arrow barrages on them. Can you heal yourself? Let's go ahead and do that. There you go. You're out of mana now, so you're not going to get a lot of, whoop, wrong button. Not a lot of saving yourself here. You, oh, well, there we go. I was going to do an arrow barrage, but you seem to have gotten them just fine. Victory, we have found a steel glove of thrust, maybe 2 of them, a green emerald, and some cash. We can see the damage and all that over there as well. And we can equip that glove to somebody whenever we can. Now, you can see all the different slots over there of folks that we can have joining our party. I think that showed up over there. And you can have up to, I think, like 7 of them at one time. We have just the 2, of course. We're all very concerned because there's skeletons here. This is what we're talking about right now. Yes, it's very concerning. Skeletons. So let's take a look over here. We have new gloves. These gloves give us fire resist. They just give us armor penetration. Do I give that to... No, I have to give them to her, so... Here you go. Have those. There are green and there are white. These are just like white, just basic things. We replaced our basic things with the fancy green things. And she will appreciate that. Okay, let's keep on looking around here. We have a cave. Inside the cave, your champions see an animal that resembles a dog, only it reaches to Cain's shoulders. It is feeding savagely and ignores your party. They walk away quietly. That's my hint to leave that guy alone. Another statue over here, telling me some poetry. Something like that. Alright. Very, very scary. Now, over this way. You can see there's a letter here. Parable of the Little Brother. This is a puzzle we can do. I'm not going to do the puzzle because I want to skip to get to the main part of the game. But we can turn these things around and do a bit of a puzzle here if we wanted to. But that's not why we're here. So let's continue on and get to the next part. There are also things around here I think I'm probably missing. I'm sure I am. But we want to get to the main part of the game and show that part off. That's what we're going to do today. Hello, skeleton. Almost died. Their bones are somewhat dusty. Dusty bones. Runs of a bow next to the skeleton. Apparently there was a little game to be found here. Okay. Over this way. We have teleporter things. These are your bind stones. They can teleport you to different places in the tower. We'll come across these more as we get into this. This should all start to look familiar now. We are now at the bridge we were at before. Chasm below seems endless. Yes, we've seen this before. Continue over here. Look, we've seen this statue before. Sanctum Guardians have been alerted. Talking statue. Very scary. And we're going to come over here. There, a throne forged in pure crystal. This must be what we were supposed to find. Architecture here is beyond words. Its windows glow with golden light, yet it must be far past dusk in our world outside. Do you feel that, Kate? My skin is trembling. I think it's coming from those crystals. I feel all right. Looks like the world. Just look for a way down. Remember our warning. Don't touch any of them. All right. On down we go. And there's our friends from before. Unbelievable. Look at those creatures. Forged of stone and crystal. Never mentioned meeting all those years ago when you found this place as a child. Perhaps it's one of those Sanctum Guardians. I don't like the looks of it. Let's find another way around. There's no time for sneaking around in shadows. We are here on official business. This creature will yield or face my sword. That guy had troubles. So we'll have a chat with old Mr. Guardian here. Upon closer inspection, the creature appears to be heavily damaged. Stone surface chipped away in numerous places. Crystal portions cracked, releasing bright, pulsating purple light. Creature turns its head towards you, towards your champions, and emits strange, high-pitched sounds. Slow at first, then with increasing intensity. I think he's trying to talk, but the damage is too great. I wonder if... So the creature suddenly changes position, its giant arms poised to strike. It would seem we're not welcome in this place. Alright, if it won't let us pass to the crystal throne without a fight, then we will fight. It will receive with as much damage. One hit of my sword should shatter it, whatever it is. Alright, go get him. And there we are. We can choose to change our party. If we had multiple party members, we could throw some folks in here. These, I believe, these are set. I've only come across the two. I've only played a little bit of the game. But we have multiple ones, and they're set on who they are. There's no like any customization or anything. It's just those specific people. The game is all hand-drawn. There's no procedurally generation or anything like that. It's what you get. But we're going to bring these two. We can bring up 4 in one fight. And we're going to fight. We're not going to run away. We are no cowards. We're going to take down the giant crystal thing that is conveniently damaged. So I want you to come on up here. Stand your ground. You are going to come right over here behind him. And so we go ahead and jump in there. Jump in there. There you go. Get him. Bad news, we got a bad guy back here. There you go. Get in there. Fire arrow that guy. I should get my hotkeys ready. There you go. And then do that. Yeah, there you go. You do the damage. He just takes the hits. Doing damage does, I believe, some sort of a what I'm trying to say. A tank. And fire at this guy. There you go. Keep your damage on him. He is now stunned. So she is going to be in trouble. Get her out of here. If we need to slow down, of course we can do that. If we need to think about something. We're just going to get her back while we can get him in here. Dash in here, buddy. Get in on him. There you go. You get out of the way. You're out of mana, so you can't do this thing. Mana bars and all that is listed down here. We got this guy easy. Easy peasy. Hey. Maybe she's stunned, but he's going to have him here. Can you do anything else you can do? You can put a wall out. There you go. Leave me alone. And one more swing. There we go. We got it. Okay, victory. We have found a earth great axe of flame, a blue crystal, some cash. Those stone golems always have all that money. I don't know where they keep it. Maeve. Right here. Are you hurt? I'm fine. Just a close one, though. My sword isn't very effective against those things. Maybe you could ask my lord if he would part with his fire sword. Elemental weapon. Excellent idea, though I wouldn't presume he'd be glad to relinquish such a fine weapon. Okay, and we're back here. Same statues as we saw before. And we're going to go to the statue here, or the throne. Let's see what this is all about. Path to the throne is clear. We must tell the Lord at once. Crystal Throne. So many times it appeared in my dreams as a child, though I have no justification for it. I feel as if united with an old friend. You feel a strange compulsion, the same urge you felt all those years ago, drawing you to the throne. You hesitate for a moment. Resisting the pull is far easier than you remember, than sit with a swift determination. A jolt of energy rushes through your body, overwhelming all your senses at once. Sight, hearing, smell, touch, even the taste in your mouth seems 100 times more sensitive. As the feeling subsides, you realize with awe, you are no longer limited to the senses of your own body. You can hear, see, and feel. Each of your companions sees, hears, and feels. You alright, friend? Yeah. I just need a moment. Cain, Maeve, though I have no explanation, I can see through your eyes. I can even hear myself speak through your ears. Magic. Are you sure it's to be trusted, my lord? To be plainly, I am not. These times of great risk. The world above grows weaker every year, and we came here for something. Perhaps this is it. Besides, what do we have to lose? You're right, my old friend. Great power resides in this place. I'm always suspected this, and now, sitting atop this throne, I know for certainty. I am pulled towards it, to a place somewhere very deep beneath us. However, if and when we find this power in the depths below, I dare not wield it until we understand its origins. If it is here, we will find it. If its secrets are recorded in this place, we will uncover them. Just give us the command. Wait for a moment, Cain. Can you tell us anything more about what this power is, and what we can expect to find below in our search for it? Unfortunately, I cannot. The throne is not specific. I'm filled with a feeling, nothing more, as to what lies below. This is as far as my childhood journey brought me. Whatever you encounter below, it will be as much a mystery to me as it is for you. But I know this. We are running out of time. If we want our children and our grandchildren to have lives worth living, we must act quickly. The power in this place is our best hope, and sadly, I fear our last. It is time for you to descend below, but before you go, I have something for you. Cain, I have something that I found many years ago in a ruined city. Have either my sword or my chest plate of elemental resist. Well, I've been told your sword's pretty nice, so I want it. And in Maeve, I'm going to give you a ring of mana regeneration. An amulet of mana regeneration. There you go. Thanks, boss. New items for us. Everything's a tick. We can't fail. Go now and look for each other. Look after each other. Not look for each other. We found each other. Alright, let's pick up some loot. I'll take that. I'll take that. I will equip it. Mana regen's going to go to her. There you go. And he can have... Oh, you know what? I found this great axe. I should have taken... Why didn't I take the breastplate? I forgot I picked up the great axe. Is this better? DPS 9. DPS 6.9. What? Boss, can I have something different? This is way better. Magic penetration. Oh, yeah, we want this. I will lose my shield if I do this. Maybe we don't want this, because we have this and the shield. Okay. Okay, boss, we'll keep it. This appears to be very good, though, so if we ever get to that point, we will dump that sword very quickly. But down we go. The statue is unlike any others. It has very fine features and seems so lifelike. Expected to leap from the pedestal at any moment. Engraving reads, First Magus Proteus. Eyes are upon us. He's looking at us. He's scary. I did not say Siri. Hush up, phone. Alright. Into the beginning of the game. So there we go. There's basically the story we just went through. We were a kid. We found this thing. We're adults now. We send our peons in to go do the dirty work for us while we sit on the chair. And now we get into the proper game. And we're going to call it here, but I'm going to run through the basics here before we get too into this. because we can see a couple things here. We've got, of course, another teleporter right here, which we'll use to find more things around, jumping to different places around. We've also got some wells we'll come across in time. We've got some cash on the ground. We can see our journals, bestiary, all the things we have come across. We've got the story, which we don't have much of anything at the moment. I did not say Siri. You hush, phone. And we have our map. I didn't even show the map last time. There is a map. And, of course, our characters and their gear and all that. We saw it before. And the last thing I want to show off is the city. There's no tooltip thing there, but city. Return to the city? Yes. All right, so this is where the game, the base is. We can go to, like, the keep. We can go to the barracks. We can hire new people if we can find them. We can go to the blacksmith. Maybe make some new items. We can craft some things. If we get some more gems, stuff like that, we can learn how to do that, of course. There's a library as well for this kind of stuff. We've got a keep up here to deal with. I'm not sure why we don't just click on our character. I'm not sure what the point of that is. I haven't got there yet. Armory for upgrading our folks with only trash bar warriors when the greatest enemy is the land itself. Knowledge from some basic fighting techniques that cannot be improved further. What skills are known are taught here through rigorous, repetitious drills. You hope that you will find some tomes describing martial arts used by the ancients in their war against the enemy. So yeah, it was mentioned in, I was reading some of the Steam page, there is no, like, XP level. I mean, I guess there sort of is, because you get points in certain things. But if you want to learn new things, you have to find it. And you can do that just by doing some searching. And then we go back to the tower, of course, where we just came from. Anyway, that is Tower of Time. It is available on Steam Early Access. And thank you again for watching. And I will see you next time.